Coaches, hello. I wanted to come to you today with a really exciting training, something that I didn't do when I started as a new coach, and that I kind of wish I did looking back. It would have been fun to have, but back then when I started, it was all the rage to have a blog. That was like the you must do on our task list of new coach things. And now when my coaches get started and they come to me and they say, should I start a blog? My answer is actually, unless you really love blogging, I wouldn't. But one thing that I would recommend that you do from the get-go is creating an email marketing list. So today I just wanted to kind of teach you about that. Tomorrow we'll do some activities together to help you set yours up, and so that you can get started with this. So let's talk about what email marketing is. So I want to use an analogy, and I've used this analogy with some of you in our conversations through Messenger. So I talked to you about how your invites and your prospecting is kind of like gardening. In the spring, we plant our gardens. So here in Pennsylvania, we put gardens in over Memorial Day weekend with no expectation that the next weekend in June we're going to have anything other than the plants or the seeds that we just put in. We are not looking for a harvest. As the summer goes on, we start to look for the harvest. The tomatoes start to show up, the peppers. And then in the fall, that's when we start to see if you planted any squash, or in Pennsylvania, it takes all summer to grow a cantaloupe or a watermelon. But we don't look for the harvest until then. We wait. But we plant the seeds anyways. And so that's what email marketing is. It's kind of like gardening. It's kind of like planting seeds, because as you start to build your connections and have new relationships with your followers and friends and family, even on social media, you need to be planting a seed with your business and the opportunity, whether it be you promoting some of the products, so Beachbody on Demand, Shakeology, Energize, whatever it might be, or even perhaps the business opportunity. And what I have found is that in this business, it often takes several reintroductions or re-asks or reminds until you close the deal. And that was something that was kind of, for me, as a newer coach, that was something that was hard to wrap my brain around, because I thought that when I invited somebody, as soon as I invited them, they were going to join me. Whereas that wasn't always the case. Sometimes it took several months of them hearing back from me. We sometimes call that the follow-up, where we touch back with you. So it sometimes took several months, or even in some cases years, of me following up and touching back. But I will tell you that one of the best ways to do that with, I don't want to say little amount of effort on your work, because it's still work, right? What I'm going to teach you about email marketing is still, it's going to take effort on your part, but it's not as hard as you might think it is. That it is. So what we're going to talk about is the purpose of collecting emails. So this coming week, some of you guys are fortunate enough to be getting ready to launch the new Shakeology flavor. This is summer flavor, salted caramel. And we're going to start to be releasing the sample workout for our newer program, Muscle Burns Fat. So what's going to start to happen is you're going to be asking people, do you want more info about this product? Do you want to try the free sample workout? And you're going to get a whole slew of people who are like, me, send me the free workout. Me, I want to know more about this flavor of Shakeology. And this is your chance where you're going to set yourself apart from all the other coaches out there who are new coaches. A lot of those new coaches are going to say, okay, here's the link. Try that workout. Let me know how it goes. And they're not going to do anything but give that link out. That's where they're going to mess up, okay? This is where you're not going to mess up. They're not going to write their name down. They're not going to remember their email address. They're not going to ask for anything. They're just so excited that somebody wanted the workout or was interested that they just spit it at them. But you've got to be methodical about this, and you've got to have a system so that when you do get someone's email address and you send them that free sample workout from Muscle Burns Fat, and then you never hear from them again, Now you can follow up. Now you can send them another email in 2 weeks saying, hey, I'm going to start the program. Here's my sample meal plan. Or the challenge group for this program, it's going to start in 2 more weeks. Are you thinking about it? And you just keep reminding them. You send them emails. Sometimes my coaches will use email marketing for freemium. So they might say, here's my back to school meal plan template, or here's some healthy recipes. I know some of my coaches will do like a weekly recipe where they'll just send it to their email list. Again, this is just helping you to build the relationship so that not all of your emails to them is just simply selling. Some of it's helping them and just giving them tips. Depending on what you're up for, some of you will find that you really like doing a weekly email or like almost like a newsletter. Others will say, I'd rather only do this at launch time for new things. That's your call. You get to decide how little or how much you use your marketing list, but I'm telling you, email collection has to be one of the first things that you do. So this week, as we help you launch the new program, we're also going to help you launch your email marketing list. So what we're going to do is we are going to, tomorrow in the group, we are going to set up our own email marketing list. You get to choose. I'll give you a couple options for your platform, but basically you're just jumping right in, and you need to know that we all kind of started at square one. Our email list had no one on it, and then one, and then it grew two. For some of us, thousands of people on it. And so that's where you can be too. One of the things that you will find is that most email marketing lists, to sign up for it, people create a kind of like a form, or we call it in email marketing, we call it a landing page. So this is a page where somebody would go to subscribe to your emails. And so it'll be a quick link. You'll learn how to make it, and then you'll just share that link when somebody says, like, for example, you may post a recipe for a great skinny margarita, and everybody may be saying, I want it, I want it, I want it. Rather than you messaging all those people who said, I want it, you can simply say to them, here's the landing page. Sign up for my newsletter. You guys are going to get it in your email on Saturday or whatever. So again, it's a give and it's a take. So you're giving them a recipe, but you're taking their email address so that you can stay in touch with them, so that down the road you can continue to build that relationship with them. So hopefully this doesn't overwhelm you. Instead, I hope it gets you excited. This is really like one of the big steps in building your business, and not just having this as a hobby where you talk to a couple of friends about it, but instead saying, I'm serious about this business. I'm going to start off correctly. I'm going to be methodical. I'm going to use this, real business tools, and I'm going to start my email list. And it's just fun. Like I love collecting. Some days I'm like, okay, how many emails can I get today? And it's a fun little challenge. Each week, when you look at your goals for your business, you might set a goal to reach maybe 20 new subscribers to your email list, or 50 or whatever. And the ways that you'll go about doing that is looking at your content of how can I create engagement so that somebody else signs up for my email list. Okay? All right. So I hope that you are feeling a little bit more confident about this and that you're excited. Stay tuned for tomorrow's assignment where we actually have you set up your email list.